Welcome back to the homestead. It's late December and I'm out in the garden. I'm trying to get ready for some of the spring planting a little bit early this year. So typically during the spring, life's busy and devoting time to the garden is somewhat of a challenge for me. So it's winter time right now. I don't have a lot going on. I've got a fairly decent day. I decided to come out to the garden and go ahead and spend it prepping the garden for the springtime planting. So the first thing I've got to do is get all of the old vegetation off of my trellising. And I've come out once before and started working on that, but I didn't film it. So I've already pulled up the okra and the cucumbers, the tomatoes, the purple hull peas, and cleaned all of those trellises off. And the thing I have left now is I have 2 rows of zipper peas and 1 row of butterbean arches that I need to get cleaned off. So let's go take a look at what those things look like and see if we can't get those cleaned up and ready to go. So here on my first row, you can see the 2 arches, and I had a cucumber and tomato on those 2 arches. And then in the back 2 straight trellises, we had purple hull peas, and then this first trellis here, we had several varieties of tomatoes. And then this row of arches, we had a daisy gourd, we had rattlesnake green beans, yard-long green beans, Kentucky Wonder green beans, and butternut squash on the last one. And over on the next row, we had a row of zipper cream peas on both trellises. You can see I've already started cleaning this first one off. I've got everything down on the ground, but I don't have it mulched yet. And I still have to clean up the back one. And the next row was all butter beans, so I got to get all that cleaned up. And then during the summer, we had started bringing out more mulch to put in the rows for suppressing the weeds. And we stopped right here, so I need to finish this row and then the next row over. And this last row was another row of zipper cream peas, and that row didn't really do very well for some reason. I believe I had too much shade on it. But we got to get that cleaned up, and then we need to come back and trim up some of these fruit trees before springtime. But at any rate, let's go ahead and start cleaning up some of these trellises and see if we can get that complete. Alright, so we finished getting all the vegetation off of the trellises, getting it down into the aisles and mulching that up. So the garden is looking pretty clean right now. So the next thing I need to do is start getting some mulch on the aisles that didn't get enough this summer, and make sure that I have enough on there before springtime to suppress all the weeds and retain the moisture. So I believe it was this next row right here. We got about 3/4 of the way through with putting mulch on it. We need to finish that one out, and then we need to finish these last 2 aisles out. And then there's some up at the the top of the garden and down here at the end of the rows. I want to get some more on. All right, so that's going to do it for today. We got the majority of the garden cleaned up. It's looking a lot better, and we're going to work on getting some more mulch to finish getting it prepped for the springtime. So till next time, y'all just keep checking back.